This is a person that I've known for almost a year now. And I never saw that side, you know? I never saw that side, but I always knew you were an artist. I always knew you had a creative energy to you. You had some sort of frequency that was higher than your average person. So to see this is really dope for me right now. I'm just sitting here like, whoa, this guy is, he's that guy, you know? I'm not even mad at that. I actually love that.
I love French fries too. I love French fries too.
All right, so
McDonald's French fries?
Gravy.
Or which ones?
No, we're talking about mom and pop ones. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
The McCain crisp from Rofros, but done with that.
What about them Costco ones?
Yeah, them ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Those are the best fries.
all right, on that bullshit.
You don't think McDonald's have the best fries?
No.
Really?
No, there's no I don't taste no potato.
You just taste salt.
Yeah, there's no fluff of potato when you buy McDonald's fries. It's
Fair.
It's just yellowness.
This is a totally random conversation, guys.
It's like McDonald's, like.
Yeah, but fuck McDonald's. I don't support McDonald's. Fuck McDonald's.
I ain't saying all that, but I don't taste fluff. There's no potato I'm tasting.
Fair.
All right, so we're gonna be
On
doing.
that bullshit.
I like my fries thick. Feel me? little thickness to my
like
fries.
your woman?
Feel me? No small fries. Need a little thick fry.
Like your woman or?
Huh?
Yeah.
I like my women. Beautiful.
Oh.
That's all.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Inside and out.
Sheesh.
Jeez.
That's the most important thing, ladies.
All right,
Inside and out.
on that bullshit. All right, so we are going to take some. We're gonna pick some questions out of this tray, and we're gonna start. Each person has to answer the question.
Basket, bro. That's not a normal tray.
Yeah, it's a basket. Sorry.
Instead of tray, like
Yeah,
you're,
fuck.
like you're working.
That's a
at,
tray.
like you're working at Crystal Fountain or something. You're just serving food.
So, all right, I'm gonna let our guest pick the first question.
Ooh.
You gotta read it out.
Don't read it.
Read it up.
Yeah, you do.
Would you rather have $1 million or 1 million followers? Why? I'd rather have $1 million. Rather, go for the honey. I mean, not the money, not the honey. Just 'cause, like, I can get $1 million followers with less than $1 million. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Well,
what does that equate to? Like,
yeah,
I
like
mean,
is
what
a million
it-
followers on YouTube? Is it on Instagram? Where is it?
It could be on your favorite platform.
But the thing is, like, here's the thing. Like, again, shout out to Monkey D. Luffy. For those who know, you know. Like, I love the process. Like, you can give me 1 million followers. These people know who I am. Like, they fuck me. When did I lose this? Like the journey is what I fuck with. I don't want no easy way out, fam. It's like, so give me that $1 million. Let me put that into some marketing and be able to, like, market myself and, like, brand myself the way I want and put together a team and pay my people and, like, create something like that. Why the fuck would you give me 1 million followers? Now what? I'm selling my brand to what? For, like, endorsements and shit like that? What? Creams and deodorants and shit? Like, fuck, like, I mean, like, what the fuck is that? Like, let me put together a fucking tour with $1 million. What the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Man said creams and deodorant and shit.
like, that's what I'm doing it for? Like,
What kind of bullshit is that? I love that,
bro. Like,
I love that.
How about you?
That's so fucking real, bro. Nah, honestly, probably want $1 million still, because I can do so much with that, to help everything that I'm doing, to help everybody, like he said, on the team, to kind of progress. And that's why I asked you, like, is it Instagram or like what? Even like I was thinking
Let's
about
keep it
YouTube.
Instagram. Let's say Instagram as an example.
Okay, see, like Instagram, no, I don't care about 1 million. I don't even want 1 million people to follow me on Instagram because, like, say, I don't want that many people watching my life. First of all, I don't care for that. I would rather help people. it's kind of crazy to say that what I just said because I'm on a podcast, and you know, I'm sure we want to grow to a place where we do have a lot of people. I want to have a lot of YouTube subscribers, which I will have 1 million people watching my video.
Gang.
But I don't care for a platform like Instagram to give me 1 million on that. You know, it doesn't doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't make me feel better about it. I'd rather that $1 million just to do so much more with it, man.
You know,
retire my mama, that's for sure. Tell her
I
to
love
sit
that.
down.
This question, I like this question because it actually came up a couple months ago. It just became a popular topic, very similar to how the 100 racks or a conversation with a dinner with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
This question got popularized in a similar way. I personally would pick the 1 million followers. And the reason being is
Being a groupie?
no. Well, first of all, I feel like I would fuck up the $1 million just like knowing my fucking.
Yeah, you probably spend it on fucking Lil Durk merch, tickets, and then you probably send him some flowers and shit.
But no, it's just like, yo, like, it's just the opportunities that could come with it. Like, I get what you're saying with all the deodorant and shit. Like, I totally, like, that's a very valid perspective.
I just feel like for his brand, it makes so much sense.
You're allowed.
And that's the thing, though. And it's like, yo, where you at in your life? Like, for him.
You're
like,
a Kardashian.
Fuck off. Yo, but for him, it's like, yo, he knows what to do with the money. And, like, that's why the money's more valuable to him.
Question is, do you have the recipe to bake the cake, or do you just have the cake?
Ooh.
And my days.
And, yo,
you just go to Longo's and pick up the cake?
If you lose that cake, can you bake that cake again for me?
Ooh. That's hard.
I'm going to go with the person who knows how to bake that cake again. They got the recipe. It's like, what's the point of, like, you know, it can give you fit. I mean, you know what it is. Like, you're out, yeah, get it.
Nah, it's,
like
it's fair, it's fair. I would just personally pick the 1 million followers just because, like, I feel like, one, I could get paid off every post at that point, I believe. And then just more opportunities that
for
could come out with
lotion
that.
and deodorant, bro.
So you could also look at it as a recipe in a different sense, if you know, picking the followers.
I really hope that one day we're chilling and then someone like offers us like what you guys want, like offer up, like I bet.
I want to see what you got. What you gonna pick?
I'll be chilling, y'all. Be like,
because I know I'm taking the money, bro. I know I'm taking the money.
All right.
But I get it. I get what you're saying.
All right, Trey.
Pick something. Oh, me?
Can't knock his answer. No, that's a good answer. Good answer. Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer.
Oh wow. Would you rather have #1 on the billboard or #1 video on YouTube? Do I answer? Does he answer first?
Everyone has to answer,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have you answer, or do you want to think about it a little bit?
#1 song, Billboard.
Billboard. Shit for me. Well, if we're talking podcasts, yeah, definitely YouTube. But if you're talking about my management side, I definitely want Billboard too. #1 is huge. Yeah, #1 is a huge accomplishment. Not even for the world.
#1 hit is?
That's like a huge accomplishment for you. Like
in the world?
Like you wrote a song that became #1 in the world, and people are fucking with that. I don't care what it sounds like.
I don't know, because maybe for an artist, like for example, if you're #1 on YouTube, you got more views on your shit than like Charlie Bit My Finger.
Well, which is what I was gonna ask you.
Sure.
I wanted to follow up your answer with a question, like, if you pick the #1 video, it could potentially help you. Even if you get #1 or not, even just chart on the billboard. Like, do you think #1 video it could potentially have more value?
Oh, #1. Okay, actually me what you said. I'll take #1 on YouTube just because I know if that's #1 on YouTube, that's going to translate into like pop culture and make your name a household name.
See, I don't know about that because I feel like you having a #1 video can be good for YouTube, right? And #1 video on YouTube is not the same as I'm the best selling single in the world
but
right
it's
now.
Something.
It is, but it's not the best selling single.
But it could help you on the charts. Versus
singer.
if you get the #1 on the billboard.
But if I have the #1 on the billboard, it's kind of connects to my video, right?
It's true.
Because then people are gonna they love that song so much.
#1 means you're above everyone.
Yeah, bro. Everybody's gonna come check you.
Like
YouTube has its own demographics that people watch. it's good for us.
The conversations that put you on Billboard, like that's like what?
You're really above everybody.
Hold on, I feel like I spun your head a little bit. So what's your final answer?
I love Jesus.
Yeah, I fucking rate that. That was the best answer. I'll accept that.
I think he's going with the Billboard.
Yeah, I would probably. Yeah, well, I'll answer the question first.
That's what I'm saying. It's your turn.
I feel like I would go with number one video on YouTube, and the reason being is because it's such a for example, let's say even outside of YouTube, let's just say like the music category specifically on YouTube. If I'm the number one music video on all of YouTube, I feel like it'll give me opportunities so that or the exposure or whatever, so that maybe whether it charts or not on the Billboard, it'll give me enough exposure so that my next best move can potentially chart on the Billboard. So I feel like that would be the best way to get the best of both worlds potentially.
I mean, it can go both ways. Again, like I told you,
for sure.
Because having a number one Billboard can give you a lot of people.
Yo, bro. Okay, like number one song on Billboard now, like. That means like you're beating out every single record label that's out there, every single artist that's out there. You're number one right now. You're moving units. You're number units. You know what I'm saying? Like
people are listening to your shit.
For me, if it was like my category is like it'd be like everyone who's competing under their label, all those artists like that, number one. So it's like what conversations do that put you in? You know what I mean? What awards does that put you in? You know what I'm saying? Like what who's privy? Like what opportunities does that bring forth? Like on YouTube, I mean, what's number one song? You know, like somebody could be a fucking hamster turning its head at certain points.
And it can be number one on YouTube video.
So like, I'm competing against what? I'm talking music here.
Word.
Very true.
That's fair.
I like that. I just feel like good point.
But YouTube is the biggest channel for music listening. It's free.
I feel like something that he said is what opportunities does it bring when you are number one? You're like on Billboard, you're getting a lot more opportunities than having that video on YouTube.
Oh, my dick's swinging differently if I'm number one on Billboard, bro. Like, I ain't even lying to you, bro. You can't talk to me. You talk to me nice. Bro. What?
Black them only nice.
Yo, I could be walking. I could be taking TTC, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, y'all get up off your seat, fam.
Get off your seat, bro. You know what the fuck I am?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Get off
You're
your
different.
seat. I love that. That's what I'm saying.
All right, the final question for On That Bullshit.
Can we get Ben to actually pick a question and answer?
Okay, we'll do one more after this one.
Yeah, I want Ben in.
Yeah.
This.
Okay.
Ben, you're not hiding, brother.
Shout out to Kaneki.
All right. So, would you rather be a one-hit wonder or would you rather be a hometown celebrity?
Whew.
One fucking hit wonder.
Why?
Afro Man's still fucking touring. Talk to me. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, shit.
I'm be stuck in a small pond, like, seeing the same motherfuckers over and over again, the same politics over and over again. Like, this is my throwing fuck out of here.
This is my town.
Afro Man's still touring, fam. Like, what? So as I got high, that still bangs, and that still moves units. Like, one hit could be a big fucking hit. Like, Designer looks like he's living pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, niggas make fun of one hit wonders though, but it's like,
that's real.
Maybe seen one hit wonders be like all coked out and like.
Is Rich Homie living well?
Hollywood just huh?
Is Rich Homie living well?
How's he doing?
I don't know.
Is he doing shows?
Nah,
actually, listen to his
probably
last
had
tape.
like a one-hit wonder. Like to me,
He's putting some shit out now. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah,
he's active.
Yeah.
Again.
He's active.
He's doing interviews.
Okay.
He's doing shows.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like.
Okay.
He's working.
That's a good point. Shit, I can't even disagree with him. That's a very good point.
You have a cult following.
You have like even if you have a one-hit wonder, you can actually tour.
It's funny how for the segment,
That's crazy.
you have your answer in mind and someone else could change your
yeah,
mind with
that's
their answer.
crazy.
It's really what you do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming
But
from...
you don't think you can do something with Hometown too?
Hometown celebrity, yeah.
Where you can become like
you be fucking like Penguin or something from Batman, like that. Like, welcome to my city. I'll get you into any club. You know what I mean? Like you be that guy. You know what I mean? Like look. I mean, yeah. Like, fuck. Like I want to be that. Like fuck. Like
I love that.
Because that guy is just literally just like you know what I mean. Like he wishes he could fly. He's a caged bird, bro. Like
he called you motherfucking penguins. You know who you are. You know who you are.
Not no
hometown celebrities.
To nobody though, but like it's the world's a
penguin ass looking motherfuckers.
Like the world's so beautiful and it's like so big. You feel me? Like,
ooh, okay, I see what
it's
you're
like
saying.
It's so big, so many people.
Why would you only want to be in that
like,
one
oh
space?
my god! Like the one more thing is like to me is like I want to see it. I want to interact. I want to like create a story. I want to be at the end of the day say I have no regrets and like say this story was worth telling and living.
Yeah.
Like that's me personally like that. Like, and I don't want. Fuck, I want to be living. I'm no, that's not me. That would drive me mad, bro.
That's interesting. I was gonna say hometown celebrity before I heard your answer. I'll be honest, and I feel
like the evil side, bro. Like I'm up the darkness. No,
no, you're good. No, I fuck with your answer. But yo,
advocates. Now my power is to objectify you.
He's calling you a hoe, basically. You're a hoe ass.
Nah,
I'm just kidding. Me and him go at each other a lot. That's our thing.
No, it's interesting because like my perspective before it was like what's in terms of like legacy or respect or like what does that mean to you? Like in my head before like when this question was developing, like in my head I was just like, yo, like I feel like the experience of making that one hit is like that challenges, oh, like I want this legacy or I want this respect or I want like imagining those feelings. I feel like no, the experience of having that number one hit trumps that. Like you said, your lifestyle changes, so many different things change. So
and like one hit doesn't mean like, oh, you get one hit, you're like, oh, it goes, your numbers just spike up here. But like they can come down to a point where like you can consistently actually make a living off like your music, like that's above average. You know what I'm saying? Like you can live that, like, you know.
It goes back to him saying, you know, I got a number one hit. My dick swinging different, bro.
Yeah.
You can still move with that. You know what I'm saying?
What's James Blunt doing, bro?
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. But, and that was a hit too.
And that's the thing.
Wow, that was a banger.
And that's the thing. I think with the question, you forget that you still have other songs, or you could still create a capacity, or whatever the case may be.
You can have a niche audience. That you can, like he said, you can tour the world because of that and make music that, you know, fit that niche market.
And what it's like that's you can do what the fuck you want with that. Like it depends on what you do with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this is opportunity, right? That's all you ever wanted.
How about you?
I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, I think I'd agree with him too on that. Yeah, I'm that guy that's gonna agree right now because I don't care to be a hometown hero or like a hometown celebrity, and I think it's because I don't really have a hometown. You know, like I grew up here, but then I also grew up in Nazareth, so I always pictured the best of both worlds in me, and the stuff that, of course, is not the best. Both ugly and beautiful are in me, so I don't really have that one side to hold on to and say, oh, like I grew up on these streets. Like,
how long you been here?
16 years, 17 years now, 17 years, 18 years. Actually, I'm tripping. By August this year, it'll be 18 years.
Does it feel like yo? Like
05, I came
back there. They don't consider you fully like from there anymore? And
nah. I think it's because I was born here, right? So like my mom came and had me here because my mom's side, my grandparents have been living here for years.
Yeah.
Since like the 60s, and yeah, I feel like when I went back, they always used to call me the American guy, right? Because there's no Canada there. There's just no America. Canada and America are one to them. It's fucked up. But yeah, I was like,
so sad, yo. I'm Canadian. No, you're American.
No, you're American. You're American.
Stop that.
No, but it's like I feel like even then, when I talk to my friends, like it's funny actually. I was with my cousin today. We went to watch a movie, and on the way there, one of my friends from back home called me, right? And my cousin's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, my friend from back home." And he's like, "Whoa, they still call you?" I'm like, "Yeah, like we still keep in touch." So it's like they know that I still have some like traits from back home, they can tell that it's clearly I grew up here now because I've been more half my life here, but I still have something. Like, yo, I was 13, 14. I turned 14 when I came here. I wasn't a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Those pivotal years of your development.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I developed there, and then I came here, and then I'm growing into the adult that I am now
cultures.
Here. Yeah, so like I always felt I'm just both. I'm literally two sides, and it's like at first it was hard because it was this side trying to understand that side, and then when I understood that side, I was like, wait, I don't like this side. I got to change certain things. And then now that I'm 30, I'm just like, wait, I got to accept both sides because both sides are so beautiful and both sides have darkness, but I got to,
you know, kiss the mirror.
Huh?
You got to kiss the mirror.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly. So
love
I'm
that.
excited for that album because I think that's probably going to resonate with me a lot. Anyway, Shot by Ben, what you got for us? Come on, Benny Blanco.
Who would win in a versus, Drake or Jay-Z?
That's crazy.
It's live? It's live?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We live.
No, if they're both there performing?
Yeah, it's like a versus. Like, you've seen a versus battle, right?
Drake or Jay-Z? Yeah, it's not my turn. I have to go first? I'm thinking. Yeah.
Ben, you want to go first?
I don't listen to either of them.
That's fair.
Shit, I wanted him to participate, but that question is not it. Now I want you to pick another one. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with. Wait, where? Nah, it's just that simple. I can't even ask you where this versus is happening. Because if it's in New York, it's gonna be Jay. That's tough.
I'm gonna pick.
You
Drake.
know what? I'm not even picking. I'm saying it's gonna be one of the greatest shows that we'll ever see. That's all I'm saying. I think that would be probably one of the best things that hip hop, the black culture, and I think music in general would witness. That would be one of the best things we'd ever witness. I'm not picking who would win.
But what songs are they gonna go against?
20 against 20. That's what they would do.
But like the catalogs are kind of different here. Like, what songs would go at each other? Like,
see,
what are you gonna bar with? Like, what you can like, it's gonna be like a Lord Knows and like MOP. Like, that's
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
That's
That's a
like-
Lord knows. That's crazy.
I'm gonna say Drake.
You said that and coughed and then looked at me like that wasn't like what you said. You said like,
No,
yo,
no,
like,
no,
Say
I-
something.
that was
Yo,
a
say
joke.
something.
Hey, why
I
don't
know,
you say
I know that
something?
hurt.
I know you're a Jay-Z fan.
No, listen.
So what's up?
No, I would say.
Niggas like I'm gonna say Drake.
Why do you say Drake?
No, I'm gonna be like, I feel like it's a little bit biased because I feel like, in general, one, I listen to Drake more, and two, like I just feel like I grew up with Drake versus I didn't really grow up with Jay-Z. I would say like more the second half of his career I kind of witnessed. And yeah, I think it's hard because it's like two goats, but I mean, I'm just gonna pick my bias.
Like,
I feel like it also, what do you want? Do you want like music that, you know, like Drake has a lot of songs that we fuck with that make you dance, you know, like move. Whereas in Jay just has a lot of, he's just telling you, you know, he's rapping some real shit. So I feel like it just depends on you.
never change. Like,
Not to say that Jay
Yeah,
doesn't
it's hard.
have.
It's
'cause,
hard.
like,
On God,
Big Pimpin' makes you move. A lot of songs he has
It'd
make
be
you move.
so split. I think it'd be two generations literally split in half. on
Yeah.
some, like World Coliseum type shit. Everyone's coming out. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It'd be one of the greatest shows we'll ever see if that ever happens.
it's that'll be huge across the world. Like, how many fans do they have
And they're-
outside of the Western Hemisphere? You know
They're
what I'm saying?
both very big outside the West too. They're both worldwide artists. I think Drake reached a little bit of a bigger market.
International, global?
Yeah, just because of his music and the generation we're in with social media and everything. But I also, like I always say, Jay's business mind, his entrepreneurial. Wow,
it's all languages.
Fucking hits though, like.
But his business mind is what made him also go international. You know what I'm saying? But if we're talking hits, I think Drake has a little more hits that people would know than Jay, just because Jay's era, it wasn't.
I'll say Drake. Yeah, Drake.
It wasn't as big. Social media wasn't as big. You know what I'm saying?
Drake.
Like a lot of people know Jay for his business side rather than his actual music.
That's
but
fair.
it is two different genre
Drake would wash anybody.
generations.
Drake would wash anyone?
With hits,
Yeah.
I think Jay can actually go
In regards to like,
toe to toe with hits with anybody.
because it's like, yeah, come on. Regardless, like, I mean,
Kanye would be the closest to him.
I want to hear.
With
I
hits.
want to hear more of your opinion because I know Jay's like really big for you.
it's just that, you know, like, I grew up on Jay, and when you put him like up against like say songs that were like, you know, how long they lasted on radio, how many people know them. And also, the guy's still performing, still like making like,
Billboard records
yeah,
too.
like,
He has one of the most.
touring,
He
you know
actually
what I'm
has the
saying?
most Billboard.
yeah, still doing it. So it's like Drake is just like, you know, it's the evolution of it. Like Drake is, if not in most ways, like kind of similar, like, you know, progeny of Jay's cool, and like Jay's like, you know, so it's like
People don't want to admit that,
it's
but
like-
that's
it's like
very true.
Jordan and Kobe, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a very good comparison.
That is very true. And it's like, who's really better? Some people can tell you, oh, Jordan, because Kobe had to copy him.
Or Drake's more LeBron. I think Kobe may be like Wayne or something like that.
Wade?
Wayne. Like,
Oh,
obviously,
Wayne.
Jay's Jordan.
Wow.
Wayne's Kobe, and then Drake is LeBron. Cause like,
His longevity?
yeah,
Yeah, and he's done some shit.
yeah, it's
It's very true, bro. Drake has hits that like what are you playing against God's plan or Love Yourself, or what's that? Not Love You. Kiki, Do You Love Me? Whatever that song's
I
called.
forgot. the
Yeah,
name.
you know what I mean.
I was not even thinking about all the trends and shit on the TikToks and all that too. It's like
He got hits.
my niece would know like
Yeah.
like,
She's not gonna know no like, you know, any.
One thing you say me Illuminati up in my body. If I need to do that shit, bro, like, yo, what's going on? What happened to you? Why are you here?
That's hilarious. That is so funny.
That's dope. That right there for you is on that bullshit, and we'll be right back.
I think that's one thing I'm learning from you is just to be in the moment more, because it's so more authentic and just so more real to who you are.
Oh yeah,
And it doesn't matter about how, you know, I think just
it's only reality.
most people just are too afraid of others' judgment. Where it's like, that's the one thing we gotta cancel out. But that also goes to you saying earlier, it's only me stopping me, because I'm caring. If I stop that thing right there, then I'm not stopping me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
By
like
me stopping the caring.
you gotta practice gratitude. When you practice gratitude like that, like you appreciate the things that are in your life. Because if you don't appreciate, they're gonna be gone out your life, and you're gonna be wanting them things back. And it's like, to be in the moment, it's a perfect, like, you know, the act of gratitude. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is only reality, only real reality that you have is this moment, not what happened yesterday, not what is to come, but this right here. And to, like, you know, breathe the air, smell whatever you're smelling, taste it, you know what I mean? Listen, you know, be present is like an act of God to me personally. And
Being
for
present is an act of gratitude.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
We're recording, right? You caught me zoned out there, eh? I was so zoned out. Yeah. I was just like thinking about, I'm listening.
Cause yo, that's
I was
deep, man.
listening. I
That's
was just
deep.
understanding what he's saying, and I'm like, wow, that is crazy.
You know, it's
That is
funny.
so
I
deep,
feel like
man.
when I'm having a hard time staying in the moment and being present, I feel like I'm always gonna remember your voice. Just saying like it's an act of gratitude, and it might help me stay more present when I'm losing focus and I'm having troubles being present.
I'm not mad at that still.
You know, excuse me.
You have the audio, so I mean, you can like actually like, yo, spin that.
What's crazy about this is he's kind of giving me that Kyrie vibe, you know, we were just talking about Kyrie and how people want to judge him. People want to be, you know, like, shut up and focus on ball. We don't want to hear your political side. You know, just go play basketball and be good at basketball. I don't need to hear your opinion. I don't need to understand you. You know, I know who you are based off you playing basketball, right? And he went on a rant the other day where he was saying, you know, how can you get to know me by only 3 hours of seeing me? You know, you see me 3 hours a day, and you don't know anything about what's going on in my life or what I just read or what just actually might have happened, and you think I'm supposed to be happy all the time, or you think I'm supposed to act a certain way, you know? And it's crazy because, like, why do we do that? Why do we look at a person like Kyrie and say he can't express himself? You know, he was talking about the kids in Congo, how they work in a mine. And in the mine, they're literally getting this mineral that is in every fucking iPhone, in every Tesla car, in every camera, in every laptop, in everything.
Because he's going against the dream, dude.
You know, and it's just like he's sitting there and he's saying this.
It's going against the American dream. They gave that motherfucker like millions on millions and millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the American dream. He's not happy. Who told you can't be happy? You know what I'm saying? Like that, we're fucking this shit up. We're trying to tell these kids to chase this money. Well, you can't be happy. What's wrong with you, bro? Just like that's ridiculous. Like, who said you can't be happy? Like of course you can. Like, he's allowed to not to be happy. He's allowed to go through what he's going through. He has to do what the fuck he wants to fucking do. It's crazy that there's even like this conversation about it, like where like he goes up there and like he says what he's saying, and it's like, oh, like it's just, you're so upset that basketball players now have platforms to speak out and like show their personalities. Yes, they're not just like, oh, like, you know, just these juggernauts you watching the Coliseum, you throw like food and shit at, like, yo, go, rah, rah, rah. It's like, it's shocking that they have a family. It's shocking that they were raised in this society that we're all raised in. It's shocking that they have differing opinions. It's shocking that, like, what, like, shut up, like yeah, like, why are you so fixated on such a negativity? Like, the dude's human. Yeah. Like, it's like in opinions and like why is everyone's so all about like, oh, crushing the next person's opinion? Like, just. So what? Why does it fucking bother you so fucking much? Like, life goes, like, for you to be caring so much about someone's opinions, you're not living life. You stop to observe. And you're observing. You're not living your fucking life because you're fixated on someone else's fucking life. Go live your fucking life. Sorry.
So
emotion out there.
No, I'm gonna give my, like, obviously, you know, he's like, I have a lot of favorite players, but he's one of my favorite players.
Good thing that you clarified that, because you're definitely a groupie hoe when it comes to NBA players.
You know, I'm fucking sick and tired of the misconceptions around Kyrie Irving. I feel like the league does such a good job of trying to hide his truths and his peace and trying to bury it in some sort of, like, for example, with the anti-Semitic thing and the suspension. And it's like, you don't see him fighting for indigenous people. You don't see him trying to help black people. You don't see him doing all these fucking things. What you're basically doing is telling these young kids that you shouldn't be more of yourself. You shouldn't be bold. You shouldn't speak your truths. You should be hiding away from it because you're gonna get the same negativity that Kyrie Irving is getting. That's the fucking message that I'm getting. How the media and even the NBA, I feel like the NBA and the Players Association, they should be fucking protecting him for what he's trying to do. But I don't see that, and it fucking pisses me off. And I get it. You know, I don't agree with everything he does. I don't. But to try to say that he's some sort of problem in the league, he doesn't want to cooperate, he doesn't want to do things because he doesn't like to follow the norms and be a juggernaut like you said, like, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. I'm tired of that shit.
Kyrie's not even a social media star. Like, I don't understand what's the problem. It's like, is he just playing basketball? But he's as, like, you know, he's not like a for the likes for the gram. I don't understand why there's this big fixation on him. Like, why is it like, you know, like,
I think because he's not what they want. Like, not even what they want. Is he's not what they are used to and what they see. You know, I don't think athletes always had a voice, and I feel like just because, you know, I also, you've heard me say this before. You know, LeBron James will say something, and he'll say it very politically correct, and people will be like, "Yeah, he should have a voice. He's not just a basketball player." But then you'll have Kyrie come and say it, and he'll say it freely. Don't get it mistaken. It's not free thinking. It's just freely. He'll say it without being politically correct. He'll say it the way he feels it, right? And it's not disrespectful. Like, I don't see Kyrie ever coming off disrespectful. Even the whole anti-Semitic situation, you know, we touched on that in one of the episodes, but he wasn't really talking about, he just posted something that he saw.
Yeah,
that
like,
wasn't really necessarily anti-Semitic. And the funniest thing to me in that moment is that they never really went at Amazon for still having that documentary.
There you go.
You know
there you go. The double standard.
That's even the bigger thing. It's like, it wasn't anti-Semitic. It had a little bit of the history, and it was talking about how the religion, Judaism, actually, you know, it came from Africa, right?
Yo.
So we're not gonna sit here and talk about, oh, it's anti-Semitism. And if you feel that way, that, you know, the people in the league and the Jewish Defense League and all those people that came and protested against him, well, you guys never went at Amazon. You never said, "Hey, Amazon, why do you still have this documentary up?"
I see, mate. Talk to my agent. They know it's get all political and all that. It's time for this. Hey, this is level 5 clearance. You can tell me about all this. Hey,
you see, exactly what my boy just said, and I feel like
I'm going safe mode now.
It's just a little ridiculous, the fact that we're still on that, and it's like, you know, let the man have a voice. He's just another human being who's clearly changing every day, and he starts with the man in the mirror.
I'm starting
right?
with the man in the mirror.
And he's changing himself. You can tell he's changed since he was a kid. Came into the league, he was like 19, 20 years old till now, you know, and every day he's working towards that. But yet we want to nitpick about the small things.
Kick some dust. It's cool.
Yeah.
Kick some dust up.
And just speaking about double standards,
mm-hmm.
I know it's separate, but like, yo, it's under the same realm. It's entertainment and sports, right? Mm-hmm. Did not, like, right shortly after Kyrie getting suspended, Dana White open slapped his fucking wife's face in the club, but no repercussions.
This is messy, fam.
No repercussions.
I do remember that, and I remember you talking to me about that, where you're
Come
like,
on,
"Yo,
man.
this
Make
guy,
it make sense."
This guy had a whole video that went viral of him slapping his wife, you know, in a club on New Year's Eve, and nothing happened. TMZ didn't even focus on it like that, right? But you wanted to focus on an indigenous African American who's talking about the
peaceful
truth.
Man,
and he's just, you know, at the end of the day, he donates, he helps communities, he helps his own community and outside his own community. He's always doing good things. You know, he's mentoring the next generation. He's always uplifting other people, you know, in his community, in his basketball world. And you want to just focus on that.
They need a target.
It's kind of it's ridiculous.
Exactly. They need a target.
It's the game. You
Yeah.
need a target. If you say this, you get this and that. So you don't need a target. You need to talk about, and it sells ratings because everyone loves. He's one of the best of all fucking time. So like, the guy, those dudes, whatever, going to talk about him and say this because it pays them their rent. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you. Do you guys think Ja Morant is a new target right now?
Absolutely. Okay, I'll say my 2 cents. Like, yo, honestly, and I told you, Tyranny, like, I'm tired of people ganging up on, you know, the young kid who's successful, who made a way for himself, and now he made a mistake. Yeah, he made a mistake. Hold him accountable, but the level of scrutiny and the way they're trying to almost like get rid of him out of this league, like, I don't like
What's
that.
his mistake though? Just flashing that gun?
I think
that's all he did.
So then that, and then the footage of him at the strip club.
He's a freaking 20-year-old at the strip club. Why are we acting like America doesn't promote strip clubs?
But that's the thing.
At the strip club.
But
First,
hold
the
on.
strip club owner came out and said the man was very nice, did not drink, and tipped very generously. He didn't even drink. All he was seeing is booty shaking. What's so harmful about seeing booty shaking? We've been seeing booty shaking our whole life in America.
But then, but
you know what I'm saying?
It's the fucking time. It's literally played out. They literally rolled that out 2-3 days after he got suspended.
I just don't think he made a mistake. I don't think him flashing. Somebody can come and tell me, "Oh, he's a role model to the young kids, and he has a gun." Okay, your kids can go watch people shoot each other online. Your young kids that he's a role model to can go play Call of Duty and Fortnite. What, you don't think those put ideas into them wanting to shoot people? Your kids can see stories, especially in America, of people with gun violence every fucking day. But you want to sit here and tell me because he's a young African American black man with 200 million, I gotta tear him down. Like John Morant doesn't do good things for the community. Like John Morant's not a young kid who actually has a bright future. And like you said, like Kyrie, he's elite at what he does. Yeah, he's elite at what he does.
Flashing guns, you're not gonna be on Disney Channel.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to be on Disney Channel.
I know he don't want to, but like it's like, so you're gonna create a little dust with that shit. It's like you're getting $200 million, you're in the NBA, you're kind of seen as an ambassador for Memphis, being a star player, the entire city, $100 million corporate or $1 billion
corporation.
So like,
I get that.
So it's like a certain standard. Like fucking girls who work at a Ritz, you can't post it. I'm not gonna say that shit. But certain companies, like some companies, like it's probably spoken to you. It's like, what are you doing? But like, it's the NBA. It's like, it's the Oscars. It's the Grammys. It's like, America is based on guns, violence, whatever it is. It is true.
And fucking strippers.
But we talking this stage of like $100 million on the table. Like, you're a business. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
You're being sold. Jersey's being sold for you. Like this and that, the image or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, if they're going, you're playing their league. So it's like, again, it's their league. Until we have our own league, it's like their league. And it's like they can. Who's turning them down? Like Skip Bayless and those guys like that. I don't know if people listen to people like those guys. But like,
no, I don't listen to that.
But John Morant's going like, yeah, of course, he's a young African American with a gun in a strip club brandishing it, and it's nothing new. Like, we're black. Like, they don't like us. Like, if it gives an opportunity for them to hate us, they're going to show that they hate us.
I just feel like it's like it's something that's been seen over and over and over, and you keep doing it, and it's just getting sick. It's like, come on, bro. How many times are you gonna keep doing this to people who are successful? They wanna, and I'm not gonna turn a blind eye to what you said. Yes, he's a business, he's a brand, he is a franchise player, right? But for you to tell me that,
how old is he?
He's 21.
21. Oh, he's a kid.
Bro, he's a 21
with
year old.
200 mil, bro.
Like just understand. And you brought up something off camera. You said something to me. He's literally the next Iverson with the way he's shifting the culture, the sauce that he has, everything about him. Not his game, I mean, we can tap into that if we really want to, but he has that cultural shift of being the next Iverson.
Was Iverson like in jail when he got drafted or something, or like when he got?
He had a case.
He had a case. The bowling alley.
Yeah, the bowling alley case.
They accused him of throwing a chair or something like that.
But it's like these are like young kids that are growing. They're still understanding.
And that's
themselves.
the thing, man. He's 21.
All the kid really did was have a little pistol that, for all you know, it could be a lighter. It literally is the size of a pistol that can be a lighter, and he just went like this with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't hear the audio, to be honest, but just to see that clip alone, well, what else is there, right? Now they want him to go to counseling. They don't even know when they're going to bring him back. I just don't like that. I think it's been it's been overplayed, and it's like, why are you still doing this? This is something that we've, you know, even as a non-black person, just seen that. But as a minority, I still look at it and like, how many times are you guys gonna repeat that?
How much money you got?
And how many times?
200 million?
Yeah. And how many times are we gonna keep falling for it? How many times is North America gonna keep falling for it? It's just getting so annoying.
You shouldn't be fucking doing that, boy. What the fuck? Come on.
I get you.
End of the day, fucking day,
I
bro.
get you.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
shouldn't be.
Sorry.
He shouldn't be.
But like, if it's like,
doing
if
that.
you're a rapper, cool. Do if you're a fucking rapper. But you're an NBA player, bro. Like, it's just no disrespect, but it's just like, it's how you get your money. Like, realize this. Like, you're 21 years old, but like, you know, like, nah, cause like, it's dumb decisions. It was a dumbass decision.
It was a dumb decision, but
like,
I don't like the extra stuff with it
I'm
to
more-
say,
I'm more-
he's
I'm
trying to
more
be
like,
gangster, or
on
he's
God-
trying to
on
be
God,
this.
It's like, to me, it's like no disrespect though. It's like, if I'm worth that much money, the people around me is like not just here to hang out. Like I'm saying,
They're here to make me
like,
better.
If I get slapped, exactly. If I get
Yeah.
slapped, if I do get slapped sometimes, it's like I don't expect no one to like. But $200 million, you may be sure like, yo, it's like, no, don't. That's not a bad idea.
That's not
Like,
smart for your
like,
brand.
where was the bad idea?
Uh,
When you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's more me. Like. But I'm not. Don't turn a man down though. Like.
that's the thing. I don't like the fact that you are tearing a young kid down. He's a young kid. I understand your point of view, and it's like, I thought about that. And yes, we have to look at it as a business. This is a business, right? This world is a business. You don't fuck up 200 million, but you also, there's a lot of other people with more money have done worse shit, but you just didn't focus the camera on them. You didn't put the whole lens on them. You just shot it from a wider fucking view and said, yeah, this is what's going on in the world.
He's not hurting though, bro. He's gonna watch that. That's soft.
I hope so, because they don't know.
money-
They're saying he might not come back this season.
How much money he brings to the league?
A lot of money he brings to the league right now, because he is a young sauce god.
What?
Like, especially that city itself. That city has not been bumping since like Tony Allen was playing there, bro.
Yo, this is my last thing I'm gonna say about it. I'm just like, I hope at the end of it, like, let the crime fit the punishment. You know what I mean?
I don't think there was a crime. That's the thing. There
okay.
might have been a little mistake. I'll take that back. There might have been a little mistake where he shouldn't have flashed a gun. Sure. But there wasn't a crime. He didn't commit a crime.
And that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't Gilbert Arenas type shit though.
Okay.
No, bro. And we talked about that. Yo, like, he brought it to the locker, bro. That shit was different. He was ready. This guy flashed it on it was, he had his thumb or his finger like this, and it was just twirling around his finger.
I don't know nothing about it.
You know what I'm saying? It was such a it was a tiny ass fucking thing. I don't even think it's a real gun. I think it's probably a lighter.
But when it comes to the
I've never seen a gun.
Yo,
so
but
what
when
I
it
know.
comes to the fucking owners,
I'm a suburban.
when it comes to the owners, let's just find them 10 mil and let them sell their team to make money off that fucking thing, and that's the disciplinary action. That's what we're gonna do when it comes to the
For
owners.
racist owners,
Make it
yeah.
make fucking sense, bro.
I just don't think it makes sense, bro.
Come on, man.
Because when you know, it's like
Nani?
you talk about business, but when the big guys are doing the fucked up shit, we're not worried about the business.
The
business
punishment isn't as
conversations,
severe.
It's like you said, Dana White. Dana White's a business. He's a brand. He's the face of UFC. He's hitting a fucking woman, bro. You know how big he is? You know how strong he is? He's hitting his wife, the mother of his children. He smacked her open hand. We're not talking about his business. We're not talking about the brand. We're not. We're not mentioning that.
He has more on the line than John Morant.
We're just saying, oh, no, we're not going to focus on that. I think that's bullshit. I think anybody out there that rides that coattail, you're at a point in your life that you should understand where you're at and stop feeding into that bullshit. You feed into that bullshit for your own insecurities. I'm sorry. That's just how I look at it. You really feed into the bullshit for your own fucking insecurities and your own.
Real talk though, I'll be
shit.
real. I don't even ever really pay attention to this type of shit. To be honest with y'all.
You shouldn't.
I like on God.
Yeah.
It's like, cause it's like, it's consumerism. You know, to me, to a lot of it, and like I don't like to see myself as a consumer. Like I always like to be creating and producing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So getting busy. So like, to like, you know, like little filler stuff in pop culture and shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm so not privy to all of it. And, like,
I love that.
It's like I feel like
I'm gonna get off that topic. I want to ask you a question though. Who's your GOAT in ball?
In ball?
Yeah. Who's your GOAT?
My favorite player of all time?
Who's your GOAT? In your eyes, who's the greatest of all time?
Greatest of all time?
Who's the GOAT? I feel like your favorite player is Kobe, but I don't know if he's the GOAT for you. Am I wrong?
Greatest player of all time.
You watch Michael, no?
The greatest player of all time, if the league was only put into the 3 years or the couple years before Derrick Rose's injury, Derrick Rose is the greatest of all time. That would have been the greatest of all time.
Wow.
But actually, real talk, the GOAT is
It's really between LeBron and MJ.
It just has to be Jordan for me.
Mm.
Like I love Bron, like he's a beast, like a natural, like killing it, like still doing it, points of all time. But you know, like
is it Jordan the 6 and 6?
Jordan's not that big of a guy. Like he's getting like thrashed around, beat up, thrown on the ground, like boom, boom bam, boom, and like
yeah, that's fair.
And
Jordan was 6'5".
That's
like,
fair.
He only had he had Pippen. Not saying only.
He took a lot of hits,
Pippen,
man.
He had Pippen,
and they were calling it different back then.
A really good team around him, but like
a really amazing team around him.
That like everybody was on that guy's hit list. He was just, and those last whatever years, like it's not a question, like you know what I mean. But I'll give Bron, but even now it's like so much ball is different. But personally, like. Bro, talk even Steph Curry to me is in that conversation. It might be might be my GOAT at the end, cause like
I think Steph Curry definitely changed the game.
Basketball.
Yeah, revolutionized the game in a different way.
Talking rings too, he's still getting rings. Like you know what
I'm
saying? Like
he's 4 right now.
So like, what's up? Like
he's not done.
Put some respect on that man's name.
Yeah, you just said it too, not too long ago.
Like you guys downplay that guy so bad. That's like, yo, that guy is like, that's not normal.
No,
it's still not really normal.
100%.
Get used to it, bro. Like
100%.
You do get used to it.
You're never going to see someone play like him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, ever again.
Yeah.
Like respect it.
Like we thought Trae Young.
Even Trae Young, it's not.
No, it's not.
We would not see another Curry, bro.
That's an anime character. That's not a human being, bro.
Yeah.
Like he should not be able to shoot like that. Like, what? Ain't even shit.
So who's your favorite player? Was I right about Kobe being your favorite player or no?
Steph Curry's my favorite player.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I say that.
Wow. Who's your GOAT?
GOAT?
Yeah.
I think Jordan, man. I can't.
Jordan?
I can't deny the 6 for 6.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, honestly, man, I don't care who disagrees. Like, I when I watch tape from the 90s, man,
yeah,
the hits that he took, man, yo, they would be full out suspensions that would be given out today, bro. Honestly, some of the shit that happened then would be flagrants and techs and suspensions getting tossed out. So, for me, like the amount of hits he took back then, there was no rest days, there was no load management, there was none of that. You know, like.
Why are you talking like LeBron does that? Relax.
I'm not. I just 6 for 6, bro.
Do you still watch ball right now or no?
Nah, but I was raised in a basketball family. Like,
Got you.
With like my older brother was like I think top 10 when he graduated from high school. Yeah, I went to the States, played in like UConn, NCAA Division I. So I grew up around all the ball players from like Scarborough, Malvern. Like it's more like family type shit. So like I know basketball, but I don't really like watch it. Like,
got you.
Remember niggas trying to like pressure me to play basketball because I was tall. It's like it's not.
Yeah,
ball,
that happened to me too.
It's not ball or die guy. It's not ball or die guy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the GOAT conversation goes back to
how about you?
What you like, who you feel more, whose game you fuck with more. Because, you know, every time somebody comes and tells me the 6 for 6 is like, well, we're talking about rings. And let's look at, you know, the Bill Russells. Let's look at those guys that have like 13 rings out of how many finals? Like, you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't playing.
But how many teams were in the league?
Huh?
I don't care.
Sure, but there's people that done that, right?
He wasn't playing.
So you're gonna tell me Scottie Pippen is better than LeBron because Scottie has 6 rings? Scottie's 6 for 6 too.
Well, you can't say that.
But he's not better than LeBron. Even in that position, Scotty's a small forward. Scotty's not the all-time fucking greatest small forward of the game because he has 6 rings. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not it. You can't sit here and tell me Scotty is possible, right? So if we're looking at all around the longevity, everything, you have to account to everything, man. We just focus on the small things that can. Oh, well, yeah, 6 for 6. Oh, well, I got the new thing. It's like, no, bro. Like the man overall is just a better. Like his IQ is higher than Jordan in ball, and that's a fact.
Who's this?
LeBron's IQ is higher than Jordan in ball. That's a fact.
Yo, that's why I don't talk.
They've said that. That's a fact.
Basketball's like religion and politics. Yo, passionate.
Yeah, it is.
You know how passionate this man is, yo.
Yeah, no. You're right.
I don't get caught up in some conversations, yo. Man's
it's like, yo, I just don't like the way, I don't like the way they always bring the 6 for 6 and they're not appreciating what LeBron has been doing for the last 20 years. I think even our generation, we got pushed on with the 6 for 6. And LeBron went to 10 finals and only won 4. And it's like there's so many things to it that we can go back and forth. It's like, let's be real. Overall, who's the best?
Curry.
Who is the best, And I agree with you. I have one friend that made me dislike Steph Curry just because of how much we used to go back and forth. And he's just biased as hell. Like, he's just so biased. But I don't actually hate Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry can be in that conversation for sure. But I look at the longevity and what he's done. But this guy has not been injured for how long? He recently started getting injured as a man who's been in the NBA for 20 years. He's 38. And we're not talking about that. We keep going back to 6 for 6. It's perspective. At the end of the day, it's just perspective. My GOAT would be definitely LeBron James. With that, we'll be right back to close up the episode.
My GOAT is actually like the dude they called up in the Lakers. That one guy who was like a teacher.
Magic Johnson?
The old man?
That was the teacher they called up for like one game or two, and he just rained buckets, yo. For one
the
game.
old guy from the G League.
Yeah,
the guy that had the gray hair.
Yeah, and gray hair, yeah.
Yeah, the gray hair, bro. And CP gave him daps after that game.
Came through.
You know who I'm talking about, bro.
I remember him.
What's his name?
Guy has the best all-time stats. Yo.
Oh, bro. Yeah, he pulled up like 2 games and killed it. Killed it. All right, welcome back.
We back.
I want to ask you.
Hello.
How's your mental health?
It's lovely.
Yeah?
Lovely for now. Doing lovely. No, I'm good.
Do you feel like people ask you that question a lot, or is that something that you get asked a lot? I feel like men, we need to ask each other that more.
I agree.
Like, how's your mental health? Like, check on people. At least the people that want to talk, because there's people that don't want to talk. They'll be like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? I'm good.
I try to ask that question when I catch up with people, like men, when I'm just reaching out, trying to.
I think any conversation you should have, men, women, human being, your mom, your dad. I feel like you should always ask them, how's your mental health? How you doing? And have them, just have that conversation with you. But like you're saying, how's your mental health? Tell me.
And to you too. Don't tell me what to do. It's doing great. Drinking lots of water, getting my runs in.
Yes.
Staying self-aware and staying present. That's good. You know what I'm saying?
What are things you do to, when you're low? What are things you do to get your mental health or your spirit up?
Cry.
I like that.
Go and cry.
Do you journal?
No.
I guess your music is your...
I write. Yeah, I write.
Yeah.
I write. That's my journal.
Yeah. You don't have a separate where you just write your thoughts?
No, I be running a lot. I run a lot. So
outside?
Yeah. So
you're one of those guys that think you're so cool because you run outside.
I don't think I'm You said it, not me. Mr. Cool. No, I mean, I like, to me, it's maybe not healthy fucking at all. Maybe I do need to see a shrink. I mean, did I say shrink? Jesus. I speak so old, bro. It's I run and I stay busy. You know, I mean, but also at the same time, like I always try to like check in with myself. And and if I'm at somewhere, if I'm like maybe a little unstable, I let it. There's some days where it's like, yeah, this just feels like shite. I'm not in a good place. I know this place. I've been here before. I don't like it. But I know like, sometimes you can't. You have to be like nature. You know what I mean? You have to go with the flow. You can't go against it. See, what I believe is the universe is a big connection network of energies, and we're all part of it here and there at the same time. What you focus on is what you become, my friend. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? 4 years ago, you could have been you could have been that way, right? But you focus on a version of yourself so much that you did it through time. And what we lack is the patience. Understand that there's process. Just like the big stars that govern this universe and we feel it, there seems laws apply to us. You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean, and I love that. That is a beautiful answer. Wow.
You're different.
Wow.
You're just different.
It's always different.
I fuck with your energy.
That is dope.
So, you know, since we're on this topic, like, you know, I feel like, do you have like any techniques that you could share with everyone like that? Like, do you do anything to like get yourself out of like bad ruts or anything like that outside of running?
Outside of running, get myself out of bad ruts. Walks.
You just like to move. You keep active.
Yeah, I gotta get outside.
Yeah.
It can't be inside.
Yeah.
That's actually so important because I like, you know, like, cause you know, depression is like, it's something that's always there. I remember when I first found this out, I saw this like thing on like Bell Let's Talk or whatever, and it made me shed a tear. But it was this dude that said, you know, his depression never really leaves. He takes the drugs, he gets accustomed to them. Like when I first went to a psychiatrist, like gave me like Prozac, so I was like extremely depressed and anxiety, and I was on it for a minute, but I got off it. But like, it's, you gotta be present. You gotta take accountability of your life and take control of it, because once you take that responsibility and you have that connection to it, you reclaim it. There's no idleness, and then idleness, like death happens, like algae grows. Like you guys gotta like honestly just be self-aware and do not become like complacent or indifferent of life. Take it. It's not. You're not entitled to it. You know. But it does suck sometimes.
So I mean, I have you know, I don't mind sharing this. Like, you know, something that I struggle with recently. It's not always. Sometimes I'm level-headed, but like sometimes I'm very like, I feel the highs very strongly and I feel the lows very strongly.
I love life.
And I love what you said about, you know, like just embracing the suffering and like, you know, I wanted to ask you, like, do you feel that you're even keeled, or do you feel like you feel highs very strongly or lows very strongly?
I'm black and white. It's like if I like it or I don't. You know what I mean? I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. You know, like it's, and also like I used to do a lot of drugs. I don't anymore. But and I'm, you know, ADHD, like I look for stimulation, like and creative, you know, so I like yeah, it's just like focusing on like things that better you, grow you. I like to read a lot too. A good book, doing through a transitional stage.
What are you reading right now? Book recommendation for us.
Yo, go read
He said, "Yo, Gory." He's thinking about all the books he got.
No, go read Bell Hooks, All About Love. If you're ever going through a big transitional stage, I think a lot of men should read that too. You know what I mean?
Say that again.
Bell Hooks, All About Love. It's a great book for if you're going through, if you feel it's a transitional moment in your life, because it helped me at least, like, you know, actually define love, and I mean redefine it, actually define it for the first time. because there's Jacques Lacan, I think is his name. It's like a philosopher, French, and he believed like in something called the mirror theory, where a child for the first time looks at a mirror and sees an outside sentient being, like a representation of them. It's not really you. It's like how society translates you, and
Wow.
so it's like actually not really real. Like it's like words. Like the word love is just a word that was created through society. And we just all agreed that this is what it's feeling, but we're actually just really guessing. Like, like this is love. So like, but it can explain why relationships don't fucking work out. Because, if you don't have an actual definition of what you would think is love, then and you're going off societies, you're just literally in college. You're trying to you're shooting for a standard that's not really of your own. And I mean, I think everyone should have that type of moment where they actually take some time and figure out like what love means, and that book is good with that, helping with that.
I love that. I'm gonna read that. You ever read The Alchemist?
Oh yeah, that's why this all started.
Yeah, that was
that's like up on my wall. Alchemist, Rose That Grew from Concrete, and Malcolm X autobiography.
That was the first book that I well, actually the first book that I ever read was about Che Guevara's life, because I was really intrigued by his life when I was in high school. But after that was the first book I fully like read from front to end, was The Alchemist, and that book changed my life. That book made me, all the thoughts that I had, once I read that book, I was like, oh, I'm not crazy, because I always used to think I'm crazy because I'm thinking differently from certain people, but then I was like, whoa, I'm actually not crazy. Like, I'm a human,
Maybe you're supposed to be crazy, love.
Maybe I am.
If you're not crazy, you're in the wrong place. Let me tell you that.
Very true. Maybe I am. I always say I'm weird. I always tell people I'm weird. And it's just like, I'm not saying it to be cool. I'm just literally, I'm weird. Like, there's things that I might say, things I do, you don't understand, but this is who I am, One thing you said earlier that I want to come back to is the patience. What are things that you work on to have more patience? Because I feel like a lot of, young men and women don't have patience in our generation.
Especially with how fast we move.
Because everything, like, they call us a microwave generation, right?
I'm actually patient. I don't know. Like, I didn't really go up much. So I was only given things like speedy dolly, like, or even promise you can get it. It's no for sure thing.
Did you do a lot of puzzles when you were young?
No. Hated. Who has patience for that?
That's crazy.
Nah, man. But yeah, it's like I mean, to be impatient. Like, I mean, what do you think's going forward? Like, what's going to happen? What's supposed to happen? What do you expect it to happen? That's how it's going to happen. It's like, no, it never happens that way. So like, like, when it happens, it happens. Until then, like, work. Like, let's live. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's like trying to control the uncontrollable.
Yeah, it's like, in the meantime, get busy.
Yeah,
like,
figure out what you got to do.
Like, expectations is like, to be impatient is to have expectations. I mean, and like to have expectations like outside of things that you can't control is like you're already setting yourself up there. I mean, it's like, if I'm impatient, it's like, unless it's like there's a contract and there's money on the table and it's like you say you're gonna deliver on this day, but outside of that, it's like I'm having fun with it, and like life is good. I ain't gonna lie. So like, it's crazy. I mean, loving those. You can live. I've done a lot, man. I mean, Toronto's crazy, but
you got more to come too.
It's yeah.
May 17th, guys.
Just getting started.
At the Garrison, he's gonna be open up for Dylan Ponder.
Dylan Ponders and Jimmy Bricks.
And Jimmy Bricks is gonna be a crazy show. I hope y'all pull up. I'm definitely gonna come.
Same. This is my last question to you. What kind of impact do you intend to have with your music?
What type of impact can I have on my music? Intend to have?
Intend, yeah.
Intend to have. I intend. What do I intend? What's my intentions here? Oh, okay, my intentions. My intention is to love you, treat you right, have you home before 9. Unless your daddy don't mind, you can come back to mine.
Stop playing with me, bro. The man said, I'm not here for your girlfriend.
And like,
I want y'all to have kids. I'm telling you, he's going to steal your girl. He's going to give her back with a kid.
I'm just trying to look in your eyes and tell you what, the size of things, how big we can get. If you let me, I promise the words and the slings of the arrows won't let them affect me. Protect me. I respect me. I'm not even saying words. That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
it sounds nice ASMR, yeah. But my intention is like,
this guy just went in his own creative realm.
I loved it.
This is amazing.
I tend to break every fucking expectation limit that stands before me. That's all I intend till my beating heart stops. Like, that's weird too. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
I was talking about too, like, retirement's a crazy idea. Like, when people talk about retirement, I didn't realize, I don't really think everything about fucking retirement. It's like, I don't imagine a life where you just stop. Like, I've noticed when people stop working or stop moving around, that's like they die quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and
they get sicker, everything.
Barbados, my grandmother's still like doing the most. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I let's get busy. That's it. I mean, it's like we're here for some amount of time. Legacy.
That's what's up. Busy. Talk your shit, bro.
Do you feel like people should do things with intention?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just be freestyle. Have conviction. What are you here for? No, like, I'm for love. That's all it is. Like, be myself. Like, show that human level. I don't fuck with people who like monger fear and like in societies and like feed onto people's fears and profit off of it. Like, it's ignorance. It's lack of hope, lack of faith.
And I love it. We good? We're rolling. Speaking of love, you're talking about love. The self-love journey. Mm-hmm. How long do you feel like you've been on it, and do you think there's an end to it, or do you think it just keeps going?
Oh, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. It's not gonna be happening in a day or a year. It's a journey. It's a beautiful journey. But it's like, because I really didn't like myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really self-destructive. I really did not want to be here at one point. You feel me? Like, I want to be here now. I want to live. And like, but there's a reason for that, and it's my job to go and find that reason, just so that I can do what I can to best break the cycle of hate and ignorance and fear and help the next generation. I mean, because it's like, when you feel you've been through, like a little get a toddler. Oh, toddler does something to another toddler. Ow, that hurt. So he does it to a friend. Mother's like, "Do you like that?" And then he does it to his kid. Pinch them. Boom. Ow. You know how it feels now? It's like, yes. And you don't do that after, right? So like with life and shit like that, it's like kind of your mission. My intention is like to ensure that as much as possible, like that feeling of seclusion and solitude and inward anger, hate is just dispelled from this world, because like that's all I had, and I am not letting anybody
Do you feel like do you feel like I feel like with a lot of the things that you said, I feel like you don't want to pass on your trauma to the next generation.
You want to break it. You want to help people break theirs. And it's light, man. It's like so beautiful when you can like smile and like really appreciate yourself and look in the mirror and say, "I love you." I remember when I was starting out, I used to look in the mirror and tell myself, "Yo, I love you," and it felt so awkward.
It felt
and
so.
Why is that awkward?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
You know what I mean? Like,
how many kids you want to have?
Pardon me?
I said, how many kids you want to have?
I got some water.
I got you. But yeah, I want to know. Since you want to pass, you don't want to pass.
Why? Who sent you my mom?
That's
Like,
who sent you my mom?
I'll pass on that one.
So yeah, let me know.
I want to have kids, but I don't know. I ain't.
You want to have kids though?
My kid speaks to me from the future in the realms. Aaron Yeager. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, my kid speaks to me from the realms. Like that's the reason why I'm doing all this, because like it's not my voice I'm hearing. It's actually my kid's voice that keeps me keep going. Because if I fall now, like they can't exist. See what I'm saying? So
Wow.
you have these goals inside of you. It's like if you fall, it's all those lives and all those opportunities. They die with you when you fall, and that's what you hear. Actually, it's not mine. It's just the future breaking through dimensions and hitting me. That's love that keeps me going. It's not myself. It's not me. That's not, because it wasn't there before. It comes and goes, and it comes when I'm in my darkest plots. Wow. They feel it.
Man, I love this. That is deep. Man, how many kids do you want to have? Let me hear you.
I haven't thought that far. I'll be real. How about you?
How many baby mamas do you want? That's a real question.
At least 3.
Okay.
What?
That's
Dog, none, yo. No, like, if you could do. Damn, sorry about that. So
I think baby mama.
No.
I think the baby
No.
mama.
Explain yourself.
It just has such a bad image.
if I have kids, yo,
One mother.
I don't have no kids to this day. You think like my plug in crazy, but wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here like I'm not like what? Like why would you like have 3 contracts on your motherfucking dick, bro? Like it's not like bad business, bro. Like you just leasing that shit out, bro. Like
it's bad business, low key.
Like,
That's crazy.
like, go to the source, bro. Like I'm saying is like if I do that, I have my intention there is life. Like that's life, and I have not found that yet. That's why I don't have no kids. You know what I mean? So like it's in my head, but like it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna have a kid just having a kid. Cause imagine having a kid someone you fucking hate.
Yeah.
That's like
that is
that's
tough.
really hard.
Yo, that is tough because I know a couple
see it a
people.
lot.
Yeah, I know a couple people that have that, and it's just like I see it. It's tough.
It looks very frustrating.
You don't even know. Like I can't even talk on their behalf to say that.
You know, sometimes like you're in a relationship and people just switch completely. Right?
Yeah, bro.
And then
You don't even know if you want to love the kid at one point.
And they're like, yo, imagine if you had a kid. It's like, yo, you would have got that version because like the motherfuckers like it's just like, oh my god, that's just straight. I see some of the homies with that. It's like, my bad. Kids are beautiful. Happy they're here.
Yeah.
But not for me.
Yeah. No, I don't think I can have a kid with anybody.
Can you get like a temporary vasectomy? Is that possible? Male birth control.
No, you gonna try that?
Yo, send me that, bro.
Okay. We had a conversation about that. I've said hell no.
I'll freeze some of my sperm. Just
Nah,
in case.
bro, that shit is not that. I don't even think they tested that in the lab, brother.
Really?
And I don't know. They say they did, but what are you gonna test it on rats? And tell me that you did male birth control on a rat? It doesn't even fuck.
But they did it on women.
Volunteers?
But they did it on women. Like they're on it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't trust that shit.
Man, just
But we don't need that. We don't need that.
What?
Pull that game strong and wrap it up.
No, man. Like, what? This is gonna get so lewd and raw, bro. Like, do you know what it feels like to like? Oh, this is like nah. Do you know what it feels like to truly walk into the Garden of Eden?
I knew that's where it was going.
Bars.
And feel the rays.
Bars.
And
Bars.
shine upon that skin. It is beautiful. It is nothing else. It's so good.
It's
like,
beyond our imagination.
I mean, shout out to the IUDs. Like,
That's crazy.
I love this shit. Nah, I love this shit. This is what we're talking about, man. This is,
So go get checked out. Also, too, get checked out regularly.
This is a person who I believe, and I know actually, I don't believe, I know is so in tuned and so loving and so understanding of himself that he's able to express himself so freely. And
yeah, don't make those guys who like, you know what I mean, like they're worried about if their PP is like hurting or something's wrong with it, and then like they're like afraid to go get checked out. They'll keep having sex. Don't be like those guys. Go get your PP checked out. It's cool.
Get your PP checked out.
Yeah. Checkup is definitely important, man. That is crazy though.
I'd be ridiculous. I'd be so paranoid and shit sometimes.
Yo.
Like, hate me, bro. Like, yo, what is that, fam?
Yo.
I'm like, he's like, yo, it's nothing. He's like, nah, I wasn't there yesterday, fam.
Oh, that is awesome.
I'm mad. Like, yeah, I don't fuck around.
Which is good. It's good for your health, man. It's good for your health. Everybody, go get checked out. Go make sure that you're, healthy.
Yo, shout out BOYFRN one time.
Yeah,
man.
This
episode's
honestly,
iconic. It's legendary.
This guy is the guy. He's really the shit. He's really him. I love it. I love this energy, man. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you for coming on, man.
And
Speaking
now,
your mind.
Now, for sure, we're going to have more conversations when
sure.
I see you. Even though you're always busy doing so much.
Kissing Mirrors coming out soon.
Bro, I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Think that album is going to, I might do your album I might listen to your album and do shrooms, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's the feeling I'm getting.
When are you guys airing this?
This will be coming out
beginning of April.
Yeah.
Beginning of April.
Yeah. Is it beginning of April or I thought end of March? No, end of March. This one's after in March.
Oh, sorry, last week of March then.
Yeah.
Last week of March.
Yeah, so this would be last week of March.
Last week of March? That's like soon as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun then.
Yeah.
Want to hear something?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Has anyone ever did this?
What you got?
It's like when you first start like making music and shit. Yo, outside, yo, listen to this, yo, on my phone.
That's the worst thing I can see, bro. Well, I'm down. I hate when I talk to people and I tell them I'm an artist manager or something, and be like, yeah, here, I'll show you some of my music, and it's literally on there, like that. These are people I laugh at and tell them walk away from me. I'm definitely doing shrooms to this. This is a first, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We have never had an artist come out here and play music off his phone into our microphone.
And you could actually hear it pretty well.
And you can actually hear it.
I actually hear it better in the headphones than...
Go, don't stop now, we're going to stop. To the falls down, we start in my eyes.
This is dope.
Wavy.
This guy's breaking barriers. He's even breaking the way we do our podcast.
I love it.
In this industry, injuries, I'm eating up my energy. These tendencies don't benefit my enemies. Not any demons hurt my angel. Screaming diamonds over halos. Say that you pray for me. Don't say too late for me. Why did he hate on me? Why did he hate on me? Won't be prayed for me. Yeah, go, don't stop now. We'll run to the sky. Till it falls down with the stars.
Jeez.
Oh my!
And that right there
God.
is world premiere. This is a song.
Kissing Mirrors coming soon.
This is a song that has not been shown to anybody in the public, but
I showed it one time here on Toon Squad. We appreciate
you. And this is so beautiful. This is the way.
I ain't gonna hold you. I performed that like.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because
you didn't tell me.
Not as special.
You didn't tell me about the shows.
You come to the shows.
I didn't watch your story that day.
Not as
pull it out
special.
and show me.
You would know.
But now I know. May 17th. Again, guys, May 17th.
Kissing
Pull
Mirrors.
up.
Coming soon.
BOYFRN.
To the show. And that's where you find him.
Kissing Mirrors project coming
BOYFRN.
soon.
You know how it is. Man, thank you so much.
Love, bro.
Appreciate
Thank you
brother.
for coming on, bro.
Thank
for
you.
having me.
This is one of the
bro.
dopest
Appreciate
episodes. Again, shout out to Shot by Ben in
Shout
the
out
back.
Shot by Ben.
You're a GOAT.
I miss
Thank
you.
you so much.
Episode 11. We
And
out.
that's a wrap.
We can figure it out.
Man.
Godspeed.
Man.
Call me.